Okay, as some of you know, I'm part of a Facebook page, or rather, I'm part of the largest fan page for Azur Lane on Facebook. And one of the questions we get asked a lot is, Azur Lane English Servers when? Well, actually, it seems that Azur Lane English Servers are happening fairly soon. And, well, if you were to ask me yesterday, I would have said that this news wasn't what I'm going to say it is today, because it's probably one of the worst announcements ever, because we all thought it was fake. And yeah, it didn't really go the way they wanted it to, because this announcement happened and, you know, the response to the announcement was, it's fake. They announced it on Facebook, and people kind of like turned around to them and said, yeah, fake news, fake news. All the Azur Lane groups turned around and said, yeah, it's fake. It's absolutely fake. And there were various reasons why everybody just dismissed it as fake. I mean, one of the biggest reasons is back in January and December, there was a Facebook page that just did pretty much the exact same thing. And it said, hey, yeah, we're doing Azure Lane English servers. And if you put your name on this Google document and put your email address, you can join the beta. And yeah, it's really legitimate, really, really, yeah. Everybody was like, yeah, that looks like a scam. And yeah, it was, because we contacted Manjuu, and Manjuu turned around and said, yeah, that's nothing to do with us. So when this Facebook page appeared and said, yeah, Azure Lane English Servers, and we looked at it and thought, hold on, this just doesn't look right, this doesn't feel right. We contacted Manjuu, and they said nothing at this point. So we contacted Manjuu, and we were awaiting response. And we were contacted by the admin of the Facebook page saying, hey, could you promote us, please? And so we said, we're going to need a bit more information. So could you kind of like send us websites and stuff, and then we kind of like let you know, because obviously at this point, I think you can understand that we need some proper information and things. I'm sure you can understand. And at that point, we hadn't heard back from the guy. But we looked through the Facebook page like pretty much everybody else, and well, the Facebook page was set up at early May, and there was no activity from that point onwards until early June, and then they started posting. And one of the first things they posted was the Wargaming World of Warships collaboration. They posted a fan art, and it was fairly infrequent posting, and then they did their announcement of Azure Lane English Servers, and at that point, it's like, this just doesn't really feel right. I mean, if you look at the page and it doesn't link a website, it doesn't really say that it's an app game or anything, it just doesn't really feel right. And you compare it to the Azure Lane Koreans server Facebook page, it's an entirely different beast. I mean, that one was set up, and 4 days after it was set up, they were posting on it daily. And one of the things that they were posting was character profiles. They were then, after a while, posted about the Korean beta. And that actually followed suit with what was posted on the Japanese Twitter when that was set up. They were posting the character profiles, and then they posted their announcement for the Japanese beta. So that seemed to be the general kind of like way of doing things. So for this one to not be following that pattern, it just looked fake. But we couldn't quite get what their angle was, because, well, there was no Google documents or anything. They weren't asking for information. They were just there, and it's just like the weirdest kind of like thing. So We're just telling people to take it with a grain of salt at this point, and everybody at this point saying it's fake. And it's quite amusing because the guy actually got back to us and said, everybody's calling it fake. And we're like, yeah, no wonder. So anyway, I went to bed and woke up the next day, and they'd created a website and they'd acquired themselves as Twitter. And I say acquired as Twitter because it seems it was official. It was kind of like originally a fan Twitter account because the original name was something like Azur Lane Official Fan Page. And then they changed the name to Azur Lane Official EN. That's not exactly going to help your cause, is it? If you're going to change your name from a fan page to Official EN and people notice that, it's not going to help stop people calling you fake. And when you tweet out and you get the name of your game wrong and it's misspelt and you're spelling Azure with an E on the end of it, and you're calling people Admiral instead of Commander, again, that's not helping your cause because in every other situation, in all of the Chinese communications and all the Japanese communications, in every single communication, it's a long established thing that you are commander. You are not admiral, you are commander. And here they are calling you admiral. So, yeah, Reddit were jumping way up and down on that one and saying, it's fake, it's fake. They can't even spell the name of the game right. They're calling you admiral. It's fake. That's it. It's absolutely fake. So, yeah, even though the Japanese Twitter account has said, yeah, it's official, it's an official Twitter thing, people are like, it can't be. Because, it was originally called fan page and it's now sending out these misspelt tweets and calling people admiral. So it can't be an official Twitter thing. Maybe they just mean it's an official fan Twitter account or whatever, which is what it used to be. So people kind of like dismiss that original comment from the Twitter thing and kind of like, oh, what do they know? We're still waiting for official word from Manjuu here, so let's just hold out for what Manjuu say and let's just hold on here. And as I said, they'd released a website. And so you go on the website and the website, oh, there was stuff wrong with the website. Again, you got the World of Warships video on there. I mean, the video is old hat by now. We're talking about a collaboration that happened a little while ago. And so you're like, okay, why have they put that video there? I mean, you're doing an introduction video that's a video for something that is old hat. Why are you doing this? I mean, if you're doing an introduction video and that's that, well, why don't you do what, say, China or Japan or Korea had done when they did their introduction videos, where they actually did a proper introduction video tailored for their release? Because, well, China had no choice but to do a proper release video. But Japan, they did a gameplay video with an introduction to the ship girls, and they did that as their release video. Korea, they did little gameplay video with introduction to the ship girls, and they did that as their release video. And now we've got the AL England English version, and yeah, it's not a gameplay video with introduction to the ship girls. It's the World Warships video instead. Did anybody think that felt wrong? Yeah, a lot of people felt that looked wrong. And then we've got the links on there, and it linked to the Discord server, and the Discord server went crazy because they're like, we've got nothing to do with this. We're not officially affiliated with them. So why are they linking to us? It linked to a Reddit server, and Reddit was like, we're not affiliated with them. Why are they linking to us? It linked to 4chan, and 4chan are like, we're not linked to them. So why are they linking to us? We've got nothing to do with these people. And so at that point, they're like, it's fake, it's fake, it has to be fake. Why are they linking to all these people that have got nothing to do with them? Are they just trying to make it seem like they're official? And so it seemed like the most elaborate hoax ever. And then they listed their publisher as Yosta, and that was one of the biggest red flags right there because, well, at this point you're thinking, well, why is Yosta a big red flag? Because Yosta is the publisher for Azur Lane. But actually, no, they're not. They're the publisher for Azur Lane Japanese servers because they're a Japanese publisher. They're a Japanese company and they're a Japanese publisher, so they're the publisher for only the Azur Lane Japanese servers. Who's the publisher for the Chinese servers? Really? Who's the publisher for the Korean servers? Well, actually, I'm not sure who the publisher is, but it's a totally different publisher to Yosta. But yeah, basically, we got 3 different publishers for the different servers. And so it would stand to reason that if they were going to do an English server, they would get a different publisher in, a publisher similar to, say, Amniplex, because Amniplex took over for Fate Grand Order when they got a publishing for Fate Grand Order. They said, hey, we need English servers for Fate Grand Order. We need an American publisher for Fate Grand Order. Who wants to pick up that? Amniplex was, oh, us, we want loads of free money. Give us the service, please. And so that's what they did. So, yeah, here we are. Yosta, it's like, why would they be picking it up? So everything looked wrong about it. I mean, you got the misspelled tweet, you got the website that made no sense, you got a Facebook page that made no sense, you've got the Twitter account that was originally a fan Twitter account. It just didn't look right. It felt so wrong and felt so off. And you still had silence from Manjuu, and you had nothing going on the official Twitter for the Japanese servers. So, yeah, at this point, everybody's jumping up and down going, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. Which is probably why this person is kind of like saying, everybody's calling us fake and we don't know why. What do you mean you don't know why? It's fairly obvious why people are calling you fake. And then we got a message from a Manjuu employee. It's not fake. It's legitimate. The greatest, fakest looking thing in the world. Yeah, it couldn't have looked more fake if it tried to look fake. It's actually real. It's genuine. Manju have done the statement and they said this is legitimate. And yeah, it's real. And they have said prepare for more news later. We're going to be releasing more news on this later. And it's almost like it was released before they were ready to actually release the news on this one because they're saying we'll release more news on this one later. Because, honestly, they didn't have all their ducks lined up in a row on this. If they weren't going to be called out as fake, if they were going to be releasing this and they didn't want to be called fake, then the best way to have done that was to release the Facebook page, the Twitter page, and the website all at the same time. Have the Japanese Twitter say, "Yep, we're doing a Azur Lane English server," and have Manjuu do their statement and say, "Yep, we're doing Azur Lane English server," all at the same time, and then everybody would say, "Yeah, okay, it's legitimate." There'd be no issue whatsoever. But that's not what they did. It's taken over 24 hours for everything just to kind of like come out. And it's been like pulling teeth. Everybody's been digging into this. Everybody's been analyzing every single detail on everything. And yeah, it's no wonder they got called fake. So hopefully, that's the biggest issue to come out of it so far. That should hopefully be the biggest teething problem of this time. Hopefully now everything can be on track, everything can be smooth sailing from here on out, and that's the biggest issue dealt with. So when are we actually going to be getting this? Well, I've seen an image now, and it's suggesting that we can get the English servers in August. And the English servers will also be coming with the wargaming phase 2 of the collaboration with Azur Lane. So, yeah, hopefully August, September, we are going to get the English servers. What does that mean? Well, a lot of people are going to be screaming, are we going to be having to restart all our progress if we want to go onto English servers? For that, I say, I don't know. I don't know. The only people who know are Manjuu and Yosta. But I do have to say this. They are willing to listen to players. The devs have said before they are willing to listen to players. They have shown that they listen to players. I mean, if you remember, there was the Live 2Ds that were released unofficially by somebody. Somebody made a little kind of like patch for things. They made a little mod, and they put in a few animations for some characters that didn't have Live 2D animations. And Manjuu kind of like looked at that and said, "Hey, people actually want Live 2D for these characters." And so what did they do? They actually made it official. They did their own Live 2D animations for those characters, and they're putting them in the game. So yeah, they look at the community and they respond accordingly. They're giving the community what they want. And what does that mean? Well, they have said on the Facebook group that they want feedback. So if people contact them and say, we would come to the English servers, but we want to take our progress with us, because if we've spent money on this and if we've spent time and effort on this, we don't want to just throw that away. So can we take our accounts with us to the English servers, please? Can we take our progress with us, please? So, we take our dockyards, we take our backyards, all our little outfits and everything else. That would be awesome, please. I don't see why they would say no. I mean, what advantage does it really give us? I mean, PvP maybe, but let's think about it. PvP is neither here nor there in Azur Lane. I mean, if enough people cross over, it's not exactly going to ruin the balance of PvP. And honestly, if they balance it out, which they generally tend to do, if they balance out the PvP as they have done, a lot of people won't encounter people who have got dockyards with advanced ships from what they've brought over with themselves. It shouldn't make much of a difference. logically speaking, who's it going to affect? It affects nobody except for the people that have brought the stuff over with themselves. I can't see them saying no. So contact them. They are receptive to people. The worst that's going to happen is they say, no, we won't do that, and you end up staying on the server that you're on. Anyway, that's it for now. Azur Lane English Servers are actually happening, and that's good news. Bye for now.